Hello. As the song says, is anybody out there? I know I said we would not be doing a Metaphysical Matters today, and we're not because Kim had some stuff come up that some car repairs and some stuff to come up because she had a deer run out in front of her and tear up her car. Fortunately, the deer seems to be okay, I hope, and her car is not. So anyway, I thought I'd just come on here for just a few minutes and maybe just talk about the energy. I was going to do a vlog. My hair looks crap. You know, some people think about doing things like combing their hair before they do these, but you know, it's not going to happen. I'm not that kind of person. I got to do better, but I probably won't. But anyway, the current energy of the day, what I'm seeing and whatnot. And of course, you know, I'll take a few questions or comments, whatever. And I feel weird not being on here with Kim because she is the stable person out of the two of us, but I'm sure she'll be watching later. What the heck is that? I'm falling apart here. Anyway, what was I going to tell you? The current energy right now is I am definitely seeing a lot of coincidences with my clients. So I feel like I'm supposed to say for y'all that you may also be noticing in your own life a lot of coincidences. And as I've told you before, anytime you see or have a coincidence, you kind of want to take stock and say, okay, maybe the universe is saying something to me and maybe I don't even understand it. But maybe the fact that I'm noticing it at all is kind of meaning that I need to trust my higher self, or the back of my mind, or however you want to put it, my unconsciousness or whatever, is maybe directing me to notice that stuff is happening. Even if I don't know what that stuff is, even if I can't really sense it right now on a conscious level, at least I need to know that maybe my path is fixing to fork a little bit or curve a little bit. So you can just pay attention like that. Let's see. Hey, y'all. The next thing I've been feeling is that dreams seem to be a little more intense, for lack of a better word. So it wouldn't surprise me to hear if any of y'all are having a bit more of an intense sleep time. A lot of anxiety out there. You know, anxiety will manifest, of course, in your dreams. And so it wouldn't surprise me to hear that you might be having dreams about water, or about crashing or anything. I actually dreamed that there was this green truck looking things with like a snow shovel looking thing on the front that were scooping up cars on the road and taking them up to the sky and dropping them. And even though that sounds really crazy now, during my dream it was kind of horrifying. And it seems like it's twice I've dreamed something like that in the same background, etc., same feelings. So anyway, it wouldn't surprise me to find if y'all are not having more intense dreams, maybe. And you might even be actually having more spiritual visits in your dream. And those don't feel the same as the dream, as I've told you repeatedly. They have a little bit of a different feel. And usually they happen when you're not truly asleep. And yeah, see there. Thank you for telling me that y'all are having some of that happen too. Okay, now let's see. What else have I got to say? Now, emotions could be running deeper right now. So people may be feeling more about their security, you know, like, how am I going to get the money to pay my bills this month? Or how am I going to, we're going to be able to eat or not? You know, it could be things like your health. You're going to be thinking more about your health. So things that have to do with healing. And, you know, I've told you, one of the meditative things that you can do is when you are willing to go to sleep, you know, when you're willing to go to sleep, when you're trying to go to sleep and you're in that half awake, half asleep state, that's when you're psychically powerful. So at that time, you might want to actually just close your eyes. And as you're drifting off, imagine that maybe there's a spark of blue light right in there, and I'm pointing to right below my heart. Don't know where I'm pointing. And imagine that this light is getting so much bigger and so much bigger till finally you are just basically surrounded like in a blue light, and that it's a sponge and it's taking everything that's not good out. It won't hurt a thing, and it could help. It could like remind your brain basically that you got all grades of power in there, that it can, you know, sometimes create a problem. It can also work to lift that problem. Okay, so maybe kind of do that exercise, just or not, do what you want, but I'm just saying that if you're thinking about that sort of thing, it wouldn't hurt to maybe try that. Too, you could do this if you're trying to get to sleep and you can't. Imagine that you find yourself in a blue ball, and that the blue ball is gently floating on peaceful blue water, maybe, and that it's just very comfy and cozy. And imagine your blue ball just kind of drifting around. It won't hurt, and sometimes it helps. So I don't know. I thought I'd just share that with you. Do that for a little bit and see if it could help you get to sleep, maybe. But like I said, dreams are going to be have added significance this around now time. Coincidences, health, security, money matters, and I don't know, home, anything that has to do with your home. A lot of people might be thinking about selling your house, or maybe just remodeling your house or fixing up your house. So that's a security thing. And just paying attention to your money. Security, again, security. And finally, your mother or mother figure, or your own role as a mother figure could be more highlighted. I don't know, you might be missing your mother if she's gone, or you might be needing to go see her if she's here. You might be dealing with mother issues. I don't know. But for some reason, I'm picking up that mother vibe right now. And finally, what else? Your animals. I'm picking up, make sure you're taking good care of your pets. I don't know where this is coming from, but our pets' health, maybe laying down a foundation. I'm supposed to say this, lay down a foundation now for the comfort of not only your human friends and family, but your pets. It feels like you want to really pay attention to the pet's comfort. And that's what I'm supposed to say. I'm supposed to say right now, whatever you start now could carry a lot more weight for some time to come. So you definitely want to be paying attention to things that you start, the foundation that you're laying, let's say, for the upcoming year. So if you're doing something that is maybe not healthy, or it might carry more weight. And if you're doing something that is healthy, you might carry more weight. I say that as I'm reaching for the soft drink. It's a small one, and it's the least bad of all of all soft drinks. I can't talk. I used to make words like a regular person, but actually I don't know if I ever could or not. So anyway, that's what I'm feeling is the energy for now. And somebody want to say something to me, and let me see what I've got on here. Well, now Brandy is saying that she had a dream that allowed her to be able to see the motion of the Earth's rotation and whatnot. That could actually be an out-of-body experience. And even though, that sounds maybe not like the typical, I actually think that could be. And maybe it's being shown in symbols. Maybe it's actually literal. I don't know. But I had an experience similar to that one time where I feel like I was taken out into the universe. It was a very bizarro kind of thing, and I won't go into it. You can read it. I wrote it down somewhere. But I think sometimes maybe we are shown the big picture so that we can see, maybe remember how small we are, but also to remember that we are a cog in a wheel, and the wheel can't work without the cogs in there, can it? So I think that is very interesting. And Janet is saying that she her best friend passed away, and I'm very sorry about that. It's a very nice lady, and she woke and saw her. See, I've had a lot of people tell me these things, and I do believe that they visit us. And again, when we're sleeping, we're kind of out of our body at times, cavorting with spirits, you might say. So it doesn't surprise me one bit that she, was able to see that. Now she might say, well, I didn't hear her say anything or whatever. But see, I think that even if we don't remember it, if we just wake up and we just feel them, I think they maybe have been cavorting with our spirit, and maybe giving them our spirit information. And while we may not have any consciousness of this, whatever they gave to us, it's there when we need it. So I think it'll be there. And I think that a lot of times that we have these hunches, maybe that something's going to happen, or we just get a feeling about something. And maybe sometimes it's like, a vibration you're picking up from everything that exists vibrates. And we could be picking up the vibration of future or coming events, important future events can cast backward shadows, you might say, but sometimes it's because our guides, who could be people that we knew in life or people we did not know in life, but these guides who are working with us maybe for 1 minute, maybe for a lifetime, can be giving us information. And again, we may not have consciousness of it, but it's right here in the back of our mind when we need it. I talk too much, but anyway, I'm sorry. I do not know how to say things in a short way. Has anybody else got anything to say? Because if you don't, I'm probably just going to go on and hang up, and I'm going to watch a mystery on TV because I have a slow day today, which is shocking. I don't know how that happened. Somebody's talking about it's significant for her because her mom is finally missing her, and it's been a long time. See, people think that for me, I think that I might pick up people immediately that have passed that were important to me, but it took me 10 years to feel somebody that that was my world, basically, and my papa. And I had a dream, and it was a visit, and I'm not going to go into detail here except to say it was the best dream ever, ever, ever. And it was so real and so vivid. And from that time on, I have had a sense of him. But I think sometimes they're there, but we don't feel them because I think they step back a little bit so that we can get on with our life. And if they didn't do that, if we wouldn't go through our natural process, maybe of grieving that loss, or maybe we'd be so focused on them that we wouldn't do what we need to do because, you know, they're gone, but we're still here. So I think a lot of times necessity may cause them to maintain somewhat of a separateness, even though they're there and helping in an unconscious manner. So I think then when we're ready, you know, we might feel them. So a lot of times people say, you know, I don't feel my mom or brother or somebody or whatever. And I'm thinking, man, I do. It's all over the place. But you're not either A, not ready, or B, you're not meant to yet. You know, we got to live in this world. So our focus kind of has to be on this world, right? And hey, Tim from England. That's interesting, Brandy. When you're on the trip to Japan, I think that probably Brandy's the one that just talked about taking out and seeing a world focus, a world view of the Earth's rotation stuff when she actually was in Japan. And I think that whole trip could have stirred up some stuff that made her more ready to maybe have that experience. I do think that the things that, you know, we experience now, you know, obviously we can't process all that. And it does come out either A, in a dream, or in a dream state, you know what I'm trying to say. And Kathy is saying that the wolf moon is tomorrow night. I like the name of that. I feel like I need to draw something. I don't know what. Maybe I'll draw a wolf. I actually thought about that. I don't remember drawing a wolf now or painting a wolf in a long time, if ever. And again, someone else, hey, Sandy, said that she has dreamed of someone that passed very often. Now, sometimes a dream, like a cigar, is just a cigar. Sometimes a dream is just a dream. And sometimes, you know, it's our unconscious mind. Now, one way to tell the difference is sometimes the people, usually in a dream, all the people in your dream are actually characters of I can't talk. These characters represent different aspects of your own personality. And some dreaming of someone's passed over, for example, could be maybe they represent that part of you, the grief part of you, or the mom part of you, or even living people, of course. If I dream, for example, about my daughter, I used to, not so much now, I knew I was going to be up to something because she represented my wild side. And it would be like, oh God, what am I going to do? And usually, sure enough, I'd find myself in some situation where I was acting very irresponsibly, perhaps. But so again, you know, those usually are just regular dreams, and you know, they can represent an emotion, like I said, or just an aspect of your own personality. If I'm dreaming of my dad, I know that is the boss part of me. Or if I'm dreaming about somebody driving my car, that's usually talking about to me, you know, my unconscious mind that is taking me on my path or whatever. But the one you're dreaming their visits, they usually are when you're almost awake but not quite, or they can happen when you're really sound asleep, but they just have a different vibe. And some dreams now are foretelling, and we've talked about all this before, and I don't want to bore you to death with it, but these, you know, foretelling dreams for some people are very literal, and for some people foretelling dreams are symbolic. But by trial and error and paying attention to your dream time and then to your waking time, you can figure out which is which, because sometimes we do get information, we are given this information in our waking state, that says maybe take care tomorrow or pay attention to that person or whatever, but we're busy, we're raising children or making a living or whatever. So what happens is, it's got to come out in there. So maybe your guides kind of slip a little bit of information to help you have a dream that makes you be aware of what you're filtering out during the day. See? Anyway, somebody want to ask me something before I go? Sky says that some people may not be ready to have experiences, so your brain's protecting us by not putting us in that situation. I believe that completely. And that way, this information can come out in a safe place in a dream. And again, I didn't mean for this to evolve into just a dream thing, because I know I've done a lot of stuff on that already, but hey, I'm just going with the flow. I did say it's a good time to plan. I want to give you a little homework, okay, if y'all want it. I need to do this too, big time. I think you might want to make a list. You can do it two ways. You can make a list with your dominant hand of all the things you'd like to see happen, something that might even be laid on your heart. You might want to ask, show me what to ask for to your higher power. I think it's always a good idea. Maybe sit with a few days. And then finally, when you just can't stand it, maybe write down what you need to see happen. Like for me, I'd like to see a bunch of stuff happen. Anyway, but I haven't written it down yet because I haven't felt ready, but I'm about there. But while I'm waiting to be ready, I am, putting out that prayer that says, tell me what I need to put down. And I think when you put this stuff down, and with your dominant hand, now what you can also do, you can put down stuff that you don't want to see with your dominant hand, or you can just use your left hand or your other hand just to add stuff to the list. Whatever, it don't matter. It's not like science. Just write down what you want to write down. But when you switch hands, you're switching sides of your brain. So sometimes that can help you get like even deeper in your spirit. So you can write down the kind of things you need in a partner, or you might write down the things you need in a home, or things you might want to develop, a job. I don't care, whatever, you got your own life. Write down what you think you need with your dominant hand, and then add some stuff with your left hand, or make a separate list of what you don't need. I don't know, what you feel is best for you. Do that maybe sometime in the next week or so when the energy is good for that. See what happens. So put it away, put the list away, put it in a crock pot. Make a box, and this be your wish crock pot. Put it in there and close it up and let it cook and see what happens. It won't hurt. If nothing else, it can help you get stuff out, and put it out there and just see how it goes. Oh, Sky, I love you too. How you tell a dream from a premonition? Okay, Dana, that's a good question, and I'm going to have to tell you, everybody's different, and basically you're going to learn by trial and error, by your personal experience. For example, for a lot of people, like I want to use my Aunt Ruby, who is now passed on, but I want to use her as an example because she was a big dreamer. She would know because for her, they just had a certain feel. And for most people, the ones that are, like I said before, when you're not quite fully awake, but your experience has to validate it. And once you've learned, okay, when I have this kind of dream, then it means it's going to be a premonition. If I have this kind of dream, it's probably just a dream. Again, everybody's different, and you got to use your own experience. But with her experience, she just knew they had a certain feel. And they would also, I think, happen right before she'd wake up. And through her own trial and error experiences throughout her life, she would know. And if she didn't know, she'd learn to know. So everybody is different. But again, you have to pay attention to your own experiences more than anything. Okay, that's the ticket right there. Okay, actually, Sky, you can burn your lists if you want to. If it feels good to you, you might want to take that list and send it up out into the universe in the form of smoke. So actually, burning your list is not a bad thing. You should do what feels best for you. Again, everybody's different. Everybody's the same and everybody's different at the same time, you know, but everybody's got to kind of find the path that speaks to them. Okay. Anybody else got anything they want to ask or add while I'm on here? And by the way, Kim did want me to tell y'all hey, and that she's really sorry that she couldn't be here. And Kim, if you're watching this, because she's going to probably watch this later, I'm sorry I didn't tell them sooner. But she really did want to be here, and she does help keep me focused. Anything else anybody want to ask me before I go? No, wait. This thing doesn't always work. Somebody might be asking me something. Let's see. Here we go. No, I believe that's it, people. Oh, wait, no. There it goes again. Okay, well, I guess that's probably going to be about it. So, again, this is a good time for planning. This is a good time for family. This is a good time for paying attention to your money. And it's a good time to pay attention to your dreams. And Kelly, I love you too. And thank you all for sharing these. And if you like my vlogs, which are usually never, ever live, and you want to see some of the vlogs that are just, you know, try to be helpful, whatever, go to my website at angelafayemore.com or hillbillypsychic.us and just scroll down. And if you want to see some Metaphysical Matters, you just go to that same place. You can see all of them. We keep them there. And it was really good to see that you were tuned in, Tim. I appreciate it. And I feel like there's something else I'm supposed to say, but I don't know what it is. So I'm just going to say that I want to say that maybe there's a lot of energy being dumped into the universe. I don't even know what I mean when I say that, by the way, but I think it means there could be more intensity than usual, more intensity of feeling, and you want to maintain your emotional balance. And you can do that in whatever way that speaks to you. Maybe finding a friend, you know, that kind of it helps you to stay grounded, or to I'm going to watch a murder mystery here in a little bit. I think I told you that, because when I'm doing that, a cozy mystery, as they call them, Vera on BritBox, by the way, if you're because I've watched all the Midsummer Murders, now I'm on to Vera. You ought to watch if you like murder mysteries. It can take you out of your head, and while you're out there in the ether, you can relax your brain, and then I think that can enhance your personal power. It's all about balance. But people that are very, very sensitive, they often enjoy things like movies, because while you're in that movie, you're not busy. You know what I mean? So you want to find a way to have a break if you can, so that you don't get overwhelmed by your own over analysis. I don't know why I'm saying that, but evidently somebody's supposed to hear it. So again, do that, and then take care of your health, because the little decisions you're making right now concerning your well-being and health is going to carry weight for a long, long time. And I don't know why I'm saying that, but again, I'm supposed to. So anyway, if you've enjoyed this, maybe I'll do it again sometime if I feel like it and you want me to. And I'm going to try to end this now. And as you people know that have watched, it usually takes me half an hour to sign off and get to the end. And anyway, y'all come see me. I'm taking set appointments. And here we go. Yep. Here we go. Just